This video will show you a comprehensive calisthenics, bodyweight, and gymnastics warm-up. Stay tuned because you're gonna get loose. Alright, what is going on, guys? Justin Bauer here, Sorta Gymnastics channel. How the fuck are you? Good, I'm glad. So today I'm gonna be showing you a comprehensive upper body, lower body, soft tissue, flexibility, warm-up routine that I do every time I do anything. Right now I'm actually filming some stuff for a new rings course that I'm making. I'm not pitching it to you, but again, I need to be loose, I need to be mobile, I need to have no tendinitis in my wrists, I need to have my chest loose, my shoulders loose, biceps loose, lower body loose, pretty much everything gets warmed up. I think this is gonna be pretty valuable, so if you guys do calisthenics, bodyweight training, are interested in gymnastics or training handstands, things like that, this routine is going to be perfect for you. So let's get started. Alright guys, so I know this is not a sexy subject whatsoever, but honestly this is stuff that I believe in. Like I said, I do it every single time I work out. I'm also a personal trainer and I do private coaching, things like that. So every time we do a workout, I always make sure that people warm up because I don't want people getting injured. I really believe in this stuff. It gives you a better range of motion, which allows for more muscle growth, more muscle activation. You're not gonna be tight, you're gonna be able to perform that much better. So that being said, it's not sexy, but let's do it. Except maybe me and a foam roller, that's kind of sexy, right? Alright, so we're gonna start on the foam roller. The first thing that I like to do is open up my thoracic and my upper back. So the first movement is just gonna be an upper back body roll on this foam roller here. And just take deep breaths. Alright, then roll down the full back. Open up the lumbar erectors, don't get your shirt caught. And then what I like to do, I like to turn it over. You kind of target your lat a little bit in this position. All right, good, other side. So last thing I like to do here is basically just get a deeper thoracic stretch. So what we're stretching is our upper back right here. Our upper back and chest. So I like to arch, extend my hands and just breathe. So that position right there, that last one, that's really useful for handstands. All right, so next one we're gonna be doing is just our hamstrings. I like to go one leg at a time just to increase the intensity. I kind of roll my foot over a little bit, so my left toes are kind of pointed in. This makes it a little more intense, and I'm kind of a little bit tight right there, so for me this is perfect. And kind of putting my foot to the outside, getting all areas of that hamstring. And I'm stopping right before my glute too, so this is just focused on the hamstring. So again, turning that right foot in a little bit, hit the inside of the hamstring. Good, and turning it to the outside. All right, sweet. Same thing this time is going to be the calf. And again, hit that thing from every angle, so I'm gonna start on the outside here, one leg at a time. Good, slowly down the center, and then I'm gonna rotate my foot over. Just hit all that calf meat that I don't have. And I kind of go until it feels good. There's no real protocol. Don't worry too much about this stuff. Don't worry about timing, just go until it feels good. This one's more about feeling. All right, now this is where it's gotta get a little bit PG-13. So what we're gonna do here is just get our quad out like this, and then roll. And again, apply the same kind of philosophy. Rotate your foot different directions. That's gonna hit more of your quad. You're gonna hit more of your hip flexor. Just hit everything. And all the way down to the knee, hit that teardrop muscle. Hit all those leg muscles that we don't work out. Very good. Switch it over. And then same thing. Point that toe different sides. This is a really awkward angle. So the foam roller can only hit one pain of your body, and it's going to hit the thing that sticks out the most. With this lacrosse ball, it's not really the case. It kind of hits whatever is contacting it. So in my opinion, the lacrosse ball is a little bit better, but in general, I typically warm up on the foam roller first before I jump into this thing. This thing kind of sucks and it's intense. Again, really effective though, especially on handstand days. Do this before you do handstands. You're gonna have a better handstand line. So let's get started. Didn't know I could zoom out. Anyway, the way I start this on my back, roll that thing in there, and then I just work around on it like this. Moving my upper body around, hitting everything in my back. If I had back nipples, that pretty much hit right where my back nipples would be, and then work up the spine all the way to the trap. Now this one is kind of painful, but it really feels good. It's painful because it works, that's the bottom line. That's why it kind of sucks. Then the last one, I like to roll over like this, kind of on my side, and I have it like right here, if you can see that. Yeah, you can. I like to have that right here, and again, just kind of open up that lat. Work the entire thing. It feels good, feels good. And you know it's working if it's painful, all right? So again, get that thing under your back there. We're opening up the entire upper back. This is like a free deep tissue massage. These balls are $2.99 at whatever sports store, like even Walmart has them. They're super cheap. I just got one for my mom because her posture is miserable. And like she's actually improving quite a bit, but she said the same thing when she started. It actually get really hurt. She's gotten a lot of great results and there's a lot less hunch going on in her back, so that is all Gucci. All right, last one, let's f up this lat. So this is one exercise I do for a thing called climber's elbow. Climber's elbow is where you have a pain where your bicep connects in the middle of your elbow. So you have tennis elbow right here, you have golfer's elbow right here. Climber's elbow is right in the center. And it happens if you do a lot of hanging, a lot of grip work, and a lot of one arm chin-ups. So what I'm doing here, I'm just running this up and down my bicep. So if you guys have seen my calisthenics pulling vlogs, or my front lever, or one arm chin-up training, you're gonna know that I do this all the time, just to open this thing up. So in this rings course today, I am teaching back lever, I'm teaching muscle up to back lever, and elbow drop to back lever, and also a back roll up. So I need to have a really loose bicep because those are super intense on the elbow. So that's kind of why I'm spending a lot of time doing this. If you guys don't have elbow pain, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and skip this one and move on. This one is like kind of specific to doing a lot of pulling work, or if you do a lot of rock climbing, I highly recommend doing this. Otherwise, if you don't, if that's not a priority for you, don't worry about it, baby. Just skip it and move on. And we're good, sweet. I just keep this near me too, so whenever I'm working out and I feel like a little bit of tightness or a little bit of nonsense happening, I'll just rub it between sets. Like just right here, rub that forearm down here, just like that. So the cross ball, super powerful. We're gonna start with the wrist. Typically the wrists are the first thing that interacts with anything, whether you're hanging on shit, whether you're putting your hands on some shit, whether you're gripping some shit, it all starts with your hands. So that's one of the reasons why I like to start with my wrists first. What we're gonna be doing here, you guys have seen me do this before if you follow this channel, which you should, but basically you put your hands down like this, fingers pointing towards your knees, and you're just gonna start with doing body circles just like this. Make sure you're opening up that full range of motion. Hit every side. Let's do circles other direction again. Count to like 10, do 10 of them or something, or just go until you feel good. Go until it feels warmed up. All right, good. Next one, we're gonna flip them out to the side just like this. All right, same thing, circles side to side. Kind of just move around until it feels like you're not really getting much more out of it. Make sure you're kind of pushing your range of motion a little bit. All right, and then the last one, this one is actually really important. This one, you guys really probably don't ever do. What you wanna do is you gotta get your fingers on the inside like this. Your fingers pointing to the inside and then just kind of turning and rotating. So you wanna extend your arms here. And again, applying the same little movement pattern here, circles, side to side, forward and backward. Open up every direction. All right, cool. Now the last one, this is kind of a secret, but basically you do one hand at a time. And if you've done this for a while, you're gonna not really get that much benefit out of it. So what you do is you take your other hand, you push that thing into the ground, and then also you're gonna get a deeper range of motion. So this is for you guys that are training a lot of handstands, handstand push-ups, a lot of push-ups in general, things like that. You're gonna really wanna lose the wrists because otherwise you're susceptible to tendinitis in these two areas here, which you really don't want because you can't really train like that. You can't train when you got tendinitis because it's just gonna get worse and then you're gonna be set back even further. I used to never warm up and like now I see people not warming up and it irritates me. It's disgusting, you guys are animals. All right, next one up is going to be a child's pose. Pull it over to one side. We're focusing on the lat stretch right here. Nothing really funny to say here, you just kind of gotta do it. Other way. I will say that what you wanna do is you wanna focus on pinning your palm to the ground on the outside of your hand here, and then you kind of wanna push your body forward. You get that nice, deep lat stretch. All right, sweet. Next one up is just gonna be a chest and shoulder stretch. So you're on your stomach just like this. So then we're gonna start with our palms up. This is less intense. And roll over, and what you want to be feeling is a stretch in your front delt and your chest. Good. Other side. All right, cool. Then the next one, what you want to do is keep your palm down just like that. And roll over again. This is going to make it a little more intense. Good, other way. Last one for the upper body is we're in a tabletop position here. What you want to do is take your left hand like this, thread it through underneath, pin your left shoulder to the ground, and then you kind of get that deep scapular stretch. So all this stuff up here, that's what you're stretching. Other side, again, tabletop position, right hand up, thread through, pin that right shoulder to the ground, and then kind of roll forward and really get that deep stretch. All right, so the next one that I like to do here is this is opening up the bicep, and again, bicep, super important and all that stuff. So what you wanna do is fingers or hands on the wall, fingers facing down, just like this. And this is probably already gonna be enough of a stretch for you guys because it's very kind of foreign. But what you wanna do if you wanna get a little more intense with it is start pushing your chest forward and you kind of drive your front delt forward. And you get a really deep bicep stretch. You open up the entire thing. And again, just kind of go until it stops hurting. All right, good, other side. And again, just drive that front delt forward. That's gonna make it more intense. All right, so the next part is the lower body, and mind you, we are just warming up. All I'm really trying to do is kind of excite my range of motion. I'm trying to get down, get kind of loose, so that when I do things like 𝗕𝗃𝗍𝗆, I can hold it a little bit easier, or skin the cats, whatever. The whole point of this portion isn't really to get flexibility gains. If you guys are interested in that, I made a separate video where I break down the calisthenics stretching. I do like weighted stretching, I do kind of like intense things that aren't really conventional but have got me really loose. Again, the point of this is to just open everything up and not really force it too much. I have a dedicated flexibility session later. This is just a quick warm-up. What we're gonna do here is just open up the hip flexors. So this one is really important for 𝗕_sits and doing handstand compression stuff like handstand presses, ab exercises, things like that. What you want to do is just kind of drive your hips forward. You're going to focus on like stretching the inside of your quad here, right near that groin. All right, good, other side. And same thing on this side, just push your hips forward. Try to keep everything in line, keep your hips square, and then just sink into that thing. If you need an added bonus stretch, if you want a little bonus, and arch your back, just like this. And we're done. All right, cool. So next up is going to be really similar. We're going to go with the quad stretch. So again, kind of same position, my hips are square. What we do here is grab that back foot. You can also do this against the wall. What we're gonna be doing is stretching the mid and the outside of our quad. So the first two stretches are a comprehensive quad warm up. And again, you can kind of lean forward and arch if you need more intensity. Like, yeah, there we go. Other side, and again, leaning forward, middle of the quad, outside the quad. Falling's okay, I'm not perfect. I'm really far from perfect. It's not what my mom said though. My mom said I'm perfect. You should have heard some of my ex-girlfriends though. Some of the shit my ex-girlfriends said about me. You'd think I'm Satan by the way they describe me. Ooh, God. All right, and lit. All right guys, so the next one is going to be a glute stretch. Now the reason why we're doing this is if you don't do this and you do something straddled, basically your legs are out like that, it's gonna be really tight, your glutes are gonna cramp up, everything's gonna feel uncomfortable. Again, like 15 seconds, 15-20 seconds is good. This is intended to be a warm-up. Don't let warm-up take forever. Warm up and then go make gains, go make progress. Got a full channel dedicated to making progress, all right? Y'all already know, check them out. All right, cool, sweet. Oh, hip hop, I love doing that. It's like a stripper move, but I love it. I learned it from a girl named Candy, or DESIREE or something, I don't know. All right, so the next one we're gonna be doing is a hamstring stretch. So we're gonna be stretching the upper portion of the hamstring. We're gonna stretch one at a time. I like this move because it's a little more intense than just a pike hold. So what it is basically my hips are square. I take a deep lunge forward just like this. Both of my legs are straight, and I fold forward just like that. And again, the most important thing is the angle between, And again, the most important thing here is the angle between your lower torso and your quad. So don't flop over like this, don't really worry about that. You really need to focus on this angle versus this angle. If you can close that, you're gonna get a deeper stretch. So I keep my chest up to make that happen. All right, good, then other side. If you guys sit, which I do right now, I sit a lot, these things get really tight. And then the last one is just going to be a straddle fold forward. Actually, what I like to do real quick, I also learned this from a stripper, but basically, you just keep like popping your hips back and forth. It feels amazing. Oh my God, it feels good. And once you're done with these, just fold forward. And again, just folding, folding, folding. Keep going a little bit deeper into it. Sweet, now one last move I'm gonna show you guys is just a downward dog that focuses on your calves. So you're in this downward dog position here. What you do, they always make you do this in the yoga class. They always walk your heels back and forth. This one is actually really valuable in stretching open your gastroc here. So just bounce back and forth one time, a few times. And then when you're ready, just like thread your foot through and just focus on one foot. And try to get that heel down on the ground. This is gonna open up your calf, and also your calf is part of your posterior chain. So if you're doing things like L-sits, ab exercises, like anything, this little shitty muscle here will hold you back if it's not loose. Then switch feet. All right. All right guys, so that is the comprehensive warm-up that I do before I do anything, working out, even like tumbling, going to a trampoline park. One of the worst things in the world, practicing this sort of stuff. If you guys injure yourself or get tendinitis and it could have been avoided by being loose beforehand, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna like be set back. You're not gonna be at your full potential moving as efficiently as possible. So again, I really subscribe to this theory about warming up. When I coach classes, again, I make everyone warm up. I really believe in this stuff. Apply it to your training, you're gonna feel much better. A lot of your weaknesses, a lot of your tendinitis, a lot of your issues are going to go away. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys like content like this, sometimes a little bit more fun than this, sometimes a little bit more exciting, but you know what? This is stuff that we need to talk about. So again, my name is Justin Bauer. This is the 𝗕𝗏 Gymnastics channel, all about functional fitness, bodyweight badassery, cool sort of shit like that. So I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Talk to you soon.